Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB SHOW. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. During the most recent episode of The Chase, one contestant was quick to apologize to Ann Hegerty after making her decision. On the latest installment of The Chase, one contestant was quick to say sorry for her gameplay choice on the popular ITV quiz show. The episode introduced viewers to Ashley, who answered 5 questions right and bagged herself £5,000. When facing quizmaster Ann Hegerty, she was given the option to play for a lower £1,000 or a whopping £66,000. Teammate Sam advised her to play it safe with the low offer and return to the team, leaving host Bradley Walsh taken aback. He bluntly replied, "Really? I don't know about that." However, her other team member, Karen, suggested Ashley stick with her initial £5,000, leaving her with doubts. In her moment of choice, Ashley, 34, admitted, "I'm really happy with the 5. I have always said that you get back what you earn. But I also really want to get back, and it isn't as minus £1,000. I'm sorry, Anne, I've got to make it worth it. I appreciate that, but yeah, let's do it." Bradley reassured her there was no need to apologize to the governess as she made a decision that felt right for her, reports Bristol Live. Ashley breezed through her round, rejoining her team with the £1,000. Despite this, Bradley remarked that she had the potential to win more. Ultimately, it was just Ashley and Karen who reached the final chase, as the final player Sam was caught out in his round. The 2 female contestants were given a head start and 2 minutes to rack up as many correct answers as they could in an attempt to outsmart the brainy Anne. Working together, the pair managed to secure 10 right responses, setting the bar at 12 for the quizzer. Reflecting on their effort, Anne remarked, "They had some decent answers. They did their best, but too slow, too cautious. So I hope you've had a nice day." Alas, despite their hard work, the duo was caught with 33 seconds to spare on the countdown. Even after 4 opportunities to push back, they couldn't answer correctly. Anne, showing her steely determination to win and unapologetic about her competitive nature, commented, "I feel cruel and horrible because Sam wanted to go low, and I basically wouldn't let him. But cruel and horrible is what I do." The chase had just begun, and with the spotlight bright and tensions high, it only took one awkward moment to turn the studio into a hive of murmurs and side eyes. Wednesday's episode welcomed a cheerful contestant named Rory, a 31-year-old drama teacher from Manchester, who charmed both the audience and Bradley Walsh with his flamboyant personality and witty comebacks. Rory sailed through the cash builder, scoring an impressive £6,000, and strutted confidently to the table to face his chaser. The doors parted with dramatic music, revealing none other than Ann Hegerty, the governess, in all her steely presence, arms folded and stare unblinking. Rory took a slight step back, eyes widening. "Oh," he said with theatrical flair, "it's the school head mistress who never gave anyone a gold star." The audience chuckled, Bradley smirked, Anne raised an eyebrow. Then Bradley added dryly, "Careful, mate, she'll have your dinner money and your dignity." The studio erupted with laughter, but Rory turned a shade paler. "Oh gosh," he stammered, glancing at Anne, "sorry, that came out wrong. I mean, you look lovely, in a strict, terrifying, Victorian sort of way." Anne's lips curled into the faintest smirk. "Flattery won't soften the questions, darling, but I'll allow the apology." Bradley clapped his hands. "Now that's diplomacy. You nearly ended up in detention." But Rory, clearly rattled, fumbled the first 2 questions, confusing Newton with Darwin and mistakenly placing Shakespeare in the 20th century. The audience winced. Anne pounced. "Perhaps a little less theater, a little more history," she quipped. By the 4th question, Rory regained his footing. When he correctly answered a tricky science question about photosynthesis, Anne offered a tight nod. "Now you're showing promise." With 1 step left to safety and Anne right behind, Rory faced a final nail-biter. What is the term for a word that is spelled the same backward as forward? Palindrome, he answered confidently. Correct. He was through. Bradley gave him a high five. He survived the governess, dinner money intact. Back at the players' bench, Rory let out a dramatic sigh. Honestly, I've never been so scared of anyone in my life. I apologize again, Anne. Total respect. You're brilliant. Anne's response was classic. Accepted. Just don't call me Victorian again, or I'll bring out the cane. Twitter exploded minutes later with fans praising the moment. That apology from Rory to Anne Hegerty was peak British politeness. Bradley Walsh's savage remark had Rory sweating. Anne scares me through the TV. Love her. In the end, Rory didn't win the final chase. The team lost with 6 seconds remaining. But his theatrical apology and his showdown with the governess made him a fan favorite. And somewhere behind that stern exterior, Anne might have smiled just a little.